Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of My Thoughts On. Today I'm going to give you my thoughts on the new Jurassic World movie that was just released June 12th of this year. Now, okay, here we go. I will just say this now because I'm probably going to be saying this a lot. I enjoyed the movie. It was a really good movie. Now, this movie is the fourth movie in the Jurassic Park film franchise. It is set 22 years after the events of the first book of the first movie. We see ourselves back in Isla Nublar, which we have not been to since the first movie, because the first movie was Isla Nublar, then the second and third one were Isla Sorna. So, after 22 years, we're finally back on the island that started it all. Yay. Now, ooh, wow, that's a lot of money. Anyway, I'll get to that later. Yeah. This is the fourth movie. It's a good movie, but, pretty much with this movie, we see a new company, the Masrani company, has now started Jurassic Park all over again. But this time it's called Jurassic World. It's now a successful park that apparently by the way it seems like it's been going on for a few years, and we were like in the peak of it. But now, anyway, the Masrani company got it. They built it back up and stuff. And now we're here where we are. In this movie, we see, pretty much we have, let's see, a guy training raptors. Raptor pack comes good. We see the return of the T-Rex from the first movie. That's good. More dinosaurs. Yay. A lot more killing. Man, it was crazy. Overall, it was a really good movie. I really don't want to get into the whole thing too much and just tell you just certain points of it. Well, first we have Chris Pratt's character, Owen, who now there's rumors going around that that there's pretty much a theory going around that his character was the kid that that Grant scared in the beginning of the first movie with the raptor claw, talking about the raptors and stuff. Which, if you want to believe that, it could make sense, but that's up to you. But we see this Owen, and he actually raised 4 raptors from birth, and let's see, and he also gave them names. Let's see. I think it was Charlie, Delta, Blue, and there's another one. I can't remember. Yeah, this does not say all of them, but yeah, pretty much, yeah. And that was a really cool thing. This time, the raptors, like in most of the movies, the raptors were usually the villains. Now they're not. The villain of this thing is a new species of dinosaur, which was created by Dr. Wu, who is the only person from the original film to come back. If you don't know who Dr. Wu is, he's the Asian scientist from the first movie who was there when the raptors broke out of their shell, along with Hammond, Grant, and Ellie, I think is the girl's name. And he was the Asian guy. Well, they brought him back, and then they have had him create an entirely new species of dinosaur, and they named it the Indominus Rex. and that is the villain of the whole thing. So pretty much you just get the whole the dinosaur gets out, they have to stop it, save kids from getting killed. Closure, everything is okay. Jurassic Park is probably now back to the dinosaurs again. Anyway, the only things I would like, there's things that doesn't make sense. Like, how did they get the park up and running when the first park did not do, it didn't even get to like it didn't even get opened, pretty much, because the whole thing about the first movie was that Hammond brought people in to see and get approval from certain people, so that, okay, this is good, now let's open this. So it didn't even get past the opening thing. I just want to know, how did someone convince the government to let them go to the island and then try to get all this started? I want to know why and how. That person must have been really rich to actually get this thing all started, which is Masrani, I think. Masrani is the one that restarted the whole thing. But I'm like, why? It's like, why would the government even allow this? That's the one question I really wanted. It was like, how and why? But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my only really question about it. I really enjoyed that they brought back the original T-Rex from the first movie, and there was speculation that there was just things going like, oh, this is the same dinosaur, this is not the same dinosaur. But then I think it was confirmed that it was the original T-Rex from the first movie, and a lot of people confirmed. A lot of fans kind of pretty much confirmed it, because, excuse me, if you look on the neck of the T-Rex, if you could look at close enough, in the new movie, you'll see scars where supposedly the raptors from the first movie hurt him, which pretty much it is the first big one from the first movie. So that's pretty cool. It was kind of cool to actually see raptors utilized on how they were, but it was pretty cool. But overall, it's a really good movie. It's still pretty new, so if you haven't seen it, go see it. Just try not to compare it to the original, because it's not the original. It's its own thing, so try not to do that. It's on its own. It's a good movie on its own. I kind of wish that we probably could have seen, they could have brought back, like, some of the older characters again. I would have liked to see that. But maybe in the future, depending if if there's going to be more. But yeah, that would have been cool. As of right now, they have made, according to Wikipedia, I always go by Wikipedia, so I don't want to do really much research. So, according to this, as of right now, they have made $690.3 million. According to this, it probably has made more since this was last updated. So yeah, it's been doing pretty good. The whole thing about the Indominus Rex, that was pretty cool. So overall, it's a good movie. Just don't compare it to the original. There was some cool throwbacks to the original movie. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go see it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it is. So yeah. Like I said, I don't really want to get into it, because it's still pretty. It's been out for only 6 days, almost a week. So it hasn't been out for that long. So I don't want to try to spoil a lot. But I hope, just go see it, and then just see what you think of it for yourself. Don't let somebody tell you, like, oh, it's not as great as the original, don't go see it. Don't do that. Just go see it for yourself and then make your decision afterwards. So yeah. But overall, my opinion is it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I would go see it again, if I had the money. But it's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the characters. Enjoyed the story. It was just overall a good Jurassic Park movie. So until then, until the new episode of My Thoughts on, I'll see you later. See ya.